You have two responsibilities during our time together. Your first responsibility is to remember to breathe. I can't emphasize, even though that sounds like a joke, I can't emphasize how important it is to continue your breath throughout our time together. And your second responsibility is to keep yourself safe. I don't know you. Right now, you are just a camera. I can't see you move. I don't know your bodies. You do. So please make sure that you slow down and figure out whether something feels okay for you. I will offer modifications as we go along in this practice today. But again, your responsibilities are to breathe and to keep yourself safe. So I hope you have a good time today. I welcome feedback. Any questions that you might have, please feel free to reach out to me. And let's start with standing. My feet are about hip width apart. My hands are by my side. And I'm rolling my shoulders up, down, and back, nice and easy. So I've just opened my chest. And I have nice posture. My belly is lightly engaged. I can feel my feet into the floor. I feel very stable. Let's close our eyes and start to breathe through our nose, exhaling through the nose. Before we begin any movement, we do a centering practice to get us into the moment and in tune with ourselves. So inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose if you can. Finding some flow of your breath that feels good to you. Keep going with your breathing. One more long inhale. And one more long exhale. And go ahead and open your eyes. Let's do some shoulder rolls as our first movement. So shoulders up, back, down, and forward. Nice and easy. Maybe you've worked out already today, you've gone for a walk, or maybe you've done some other kind of exercising. But if not, this is a good place to start warming up the joints of your body. And let's reverse that circle, up, forward, down, and back, remembering your breath. So let's all inhale on the top, exhale coming down, inhale up, and exhale down. And one more. Good. Now I want you to take these shoulders and pull them back so that you have really good posture here. And we're going to start with our warrior one. We're going to start with our warrior sequence. So inhaling, circle sweep those arms up. Exhale, float them down. Inhale up, float them down. And we're going to step back with the left foot on the next exhale. So stepping back with the left foot. So I'm going to show you a couple of views here. On our front leg, your knee should be bent, lightly bent with the toes straight ahead. So if you can see my foot, toe and heel are aligned. The back leg is straight. So you've got two different things happening with your legs. Front knee bent, back leg straight. Put your hands on your hips and bring your hips around, quarter turn to the front. Now, some modifications. You can do what's called cactus arms here if you have any shoulder or neck issues, or hands up overhead for traditional warrior one. Pause here and breathe. So you're feeling the stability of your legs pressing into the floor. At the same time, you're feeling energy going up into your arms, into the ceiling. Take a nice big inhale. Bring hands to the chest. Right hand forward, left hand back. Here's warrior two. Your torso is right in the center of your body as you're extending your arms. Legs stay the same. Back leg straight, front knee bent. Now you're going to take this front hand and turn the palm towards you. Back hand floats down to the thigh. Come on up for your reverse warrior. So you've lifted this front arm. You've come back a little bit with the chest. I have my hand on my chest so you can see. And the back arm is on the thigh. And then coming back, we're coming back to warrior two. We're going to take this front arm and we're going to bring it onto the front thigh. You have an option for this top arm to leave it on the thigh, or to put it on your rib cage, extend it overhead, or extend it all the way towards me. All right, that's the most vigorous version, so you pick. Now, if you look at me, maybe you can in this position, maybe you can't. Let's all come back to warrior two so we can chat here for a second. Drop your arms. You'll see that I'm in shoes. You're more than welcome to do yoga however you see fit. You can be in your shoes, which will make you more stable. So if you have any foot problems, the shoes might be more comfortable. Traditionally, yoga is done in bare feet. what you don't want to do is you don't really want to be in socks because you'll probably slide on the socks, okay? So you pick, you're already in your practice, so I think whatever you have on your feet is what we're going to work with, all right? So I'm in shoes and that's fine. We're going to straighten this front knee and we're going to press our hip back and we're going to come into our traditional triangle pose. So take the front hand and put it on the inside of the thigh. Take the back arm and you can leave it right where it is. Press your hips behind you. So that's a funny cue. Take your butt cheek and press it back towards the wall behind you. And then if you want to do traditional triangle, it's arm up. Make sure that's okay for yourself. And then if you want more balanced challenge, you can turn and look at the hand that's above you. That will challenge your balance a little bit more. So go ahead and generously bend that front knee, come back to warrior two, drop your arms and walk up. So now my feet are parallel and I'm going to come into my tree pose, which is a balance challenge. So pick up your left heel. You're going to kickstand that heel over to the inside of the other thigh, of the shin, excuse me. And then you're going to pick up that foot if you want more balance challenge and put the foot on the shin. Or maybe you put the foot, let's see how this is going to work today. There we go. Put the shin on the thigh, the inner thigh. It's up to you to decide. And if you have swaying tree, I have a little bit of a swaying tree today. It's totally fine. Balance changes every day. Changes every minute of every day. All right, go ahead and put that foot down. Come back to center, and we're going to do a little interlude before we do the warrior sequence on the other side. So take a hand and put it on the front part of your body. Take your hand and put it on the back of your body, and we're going to do some pelvic tilting. So we're going to pull that butt underneath, pulling the belly in towards the spine. And then we're going to extend the low back, arching, and this hand drops forward. Okay, you should be able to see this pretty clearly if you're looking on your monitor. So underneath and back. Those are called pelvic tilts. They are excellent for releasing your low back. Very good thing to do first when you wake up in the morning. Jump out of bed, you can do this. Okay, so from the front, it looks like this. And you can do 4, 5, 6, 10, 12 of these. It's all good. You don't need to be running around outside. You can just do this immediately getting up. And how about some hip checks? So side to side movement. Side to side, I'm bending my knees just a little bit each time. So today is the beginning of our wellness series. We hope for prospective residents to our communities. We focus on wellness throughout our 3 campuses. Keep going with your hip checks. We offer things like Tai Chi, we offer yoga, we offer traditional fitness, we have fitness centers, pools. We have a full range of physical activities as well as all the other things that go into wellness, our 8 dimensions of wellness: financial, spiritual, environmental, work-related, fitness, of course, health, spiritual. Let's do some circles. So we're combining these movements. So I encourage you again to reach out to us if you're interested in this overriding concept of wellness, which is so important to enjoying life, to having meaningful pursuits, whatever they may be for you. And the other way, please. And yoga is just one small part of that. So you've reversed your direction, and hopefully at this point your back feels really good. All right, and come to front. All right, let's do a little bit of stretching for the upper body, and then we'll go into the warrior sequence on the other side. So let's go ahead and circle sweep those arms up. If this is okay on your neck and your shoulders, we're going to climb a rope. So we're going to lift that right arm up to the ceiling and bring it back, and lift the left arm up to the ceiling and bring it back. So if you wanted to do it here, you could do it here, just a little more modified version of what I showed. It's all good. And this is what we do in classes. We show an exercise, and then if you need it modified, we individualize that to you, to your body. You never want to force your body into positions. It's a really bad idea. We want to keep you safe, and we want to keep you healthy and happy if we can. All right, hands float down. So we're going to do the warrior sequences on the other side. So inhale up, exhale, inhale up, exhale. We're going to step back with the right foot. Inhale up and step back right. Okay, now if you look at me again, I'm bending the front knee. My toes and my heel are aligned in the front. If you look at my back leg, you'll see it's about 1.5 feet behind me. If you're a taller person than I am, I'm on the shorter side, your foot would be further back than mine. Okay, so you adjust to what's comfortable for you. My toes and my back foot, they're turned up a little bit. So they're not parallel, but they're turned up at about a 45 degrees. So it's not essential that you're exactly 45 degrees. I'm just letting you know about the alignment. So we're going to take hands on the hips and we're going to come quarter turn to the front and we're going to come into our traditional warrior one on this side. So you're breathing through your nose. Remember your jobs. You're breathing and you're keeping yourself safe. And then a nice big inhale, feeling the strength of this pose, feeling the strength of your legs holding you up, your feet pressing into the floor. Let's come to warrior two. So hands came to the chest and then opened. So now my left hand is forward and my right hand is back. And we're pausing here for a few breaths. We're going to drop this front hand on the front thigh. And then this arm can stay on the thigh. It's totally fine. It can come to the rib cage, it can come to the ceiling, or straight to me. Those are your modifications. You pick what works best. And we're pausing here, feeling this wonderful side stretch on this right side, feeling the strength of the legs holding us up. We're going to press through this front knee and come back to our warrior two. Traditional triangle pose, straighten the front knee, drop this left hand, bring it into the inside of the front. And the traditional triangle is hand up, back hand up, or leave it on the thigh. Press the hips towards the wall behind you for a little extra intensity. Triangle pose. And then generously bend that knee because guess what? I forgot a pose. So we're back to warrior two. We're going to drop this back arm on the thigh. We're going to take our front palm and we're going to turn it towards us because we can't forget reverse warrior. Reverse warrior has a little baby back bend in it. Lift the chest to come back. And then take a nice big inhale and come back to warrior two. Drop your arms. Walk up to the front, feet are parallel, and now we're going to do tree pose on the other side. So weight shifting into your left foot, picking up the heel of the right and kickstanding it around. You're in balance right here. This may be quite enough for you, that's fine. But if you want to, you can pick your foot up. Let's see how this side is going to work. Whoops, swaying tree. Or maybe you could bring it all the way up on your thigh. It's up to you. I don't know who's in the audience. If we have some yogis in the audience, you do the tree pose that works for you. Good, and you're breathing. Maybe praying. I'm praying. Work on your posture. Think about your breathing. And when you're ready, release that foot. All right, awesome.